no sé qué tú ves en mí, mi amor. Ya no dejes de mirarme, que ya me gusta quién soy.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest ground, and welcome back to our world adventure.
I like to do to her
Here in
something I call a dirty
Microsoft
fuzzy.
Flight Simulator. So this evening, leg 95, we're heading from Arequipa to Cuzco, including flying through the Colca Canyon, thanks to Calling Pigeon's amazing flight planning. Now, of course, you guys already know, but I'm going to say it anyway. Apologies for the delay on the stream. We got absolutely screwed at work. The guys in the Discord know exactly what I am talking about. And at some point this evening, if I am starting to, run out of energy, because right now I'm running on food and shower-based energy, I may sort of say, hey guys, jump in the Discord, and I'll unmute myself and we can all just hang out for a bit. So, the other surprise this evening, as you can probably see right now, what we're looking at is not the interior of a Diamond DA40. It's the aircraft that Drew selected. So, I want to stream. I wanted to stream. The body was sort of like, if you're going to stream, can you just, reduce the time a little bit? So we compromised, and I decided to take the Trinidad on this flight, just because it's a little bit faster. So everybody wins. I get to stream, everybody gets to fly along with me on the stream, and I'm not up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning streaming. So, sort of I feed you, you feed me, if that makes sense kind of thing. Right, so the first port of call would be to say hello to everyone. Because, it would be rude not to. So, start. When I say hello to everyone, I've already said hello to you. You might say hello to everyone at a later point, but you need to get down. So I didn't invite you up here. Come on, we've been training on this. Stay down there for me, please. Thank you. Alright, so we have obviously got Wes, who's my amazing messenger bloke who I can just chuck a message on Facebook when I'm, in the shit at work or whatever and be like, can you just chuck it in the chat that I'm running late, need to change this, that might not be happening, etc. So shout out to Wes for being an absolute legend in that regard. And the only reason I do that is because I deliberately keep my streaming account off of my phone for a couple of reasons. I don't want to be getting notifications every 10 seconds when I'm not at my PC doing streaming related things. And I don't want that temptation either to, go check how many likes, dislikes on this video, how many views has it got since it went up, is there any comments, all that sort of stuff. I like to sort of, when I'm in that job, I'm in that job. When I'm here in front of the computer doing streaming and video, content creation related stuff, that's the stuff I focus on. And when I'm not doing either of those things, I like to keep them out of my life, basically. So, otherwise I'd obviously be able to alter those things and put these things in the chat on my own. But that's, so shout out to Wes for being that sort of, being the middleman. He doesn't get paid, which probably is a little bit bullshit on his regard. But anyway, Mr. Black Evo is also here. He says he only just got home himself. Although I'm assuming some of these messages are probably going on 2 hours old. Derek is here. He says, good morning, guys. How are you all doing today, Derek? Other than the big gaping hole in my anus from work, great. Fantastic. Mr. Sean Dale is here, although he says his internet has gone AWOL, so he can't join in the flight, but Sean's here, so brilliant. William might still be here, I'm not sure. Either way, if he is, mate, g'day, how you going? If you're not, g'day, how you going? Blackadder is here. G'day, Tim, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing very, very well. I'm in the stream. Surprise. Garwin is here as well. Garwin, mate, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastically. We have Chris, Mr. Cheddar Bob, the man with the cheese, to please. He's very great. Anyway, welcome, Chris. Hope you are doing well. And Mr. Calling Pigeon is here. He says, hi, Canyoneers. So there we go. We are now the Canyoneers. But welcome to the stream, Calling Pigeon, and thank you so much for doing so much behind-the-scenes work with, well, this route. It's you've taken it from great to phenomenal, so cheers for everything you do. Mr. Fozzie says, g'day, Saluz. G'day, Mr. Fozzie. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Metas also says, g'day. G'day, Metas. Hope that the UK is being okay. Not a bad line for a song, actually. Hope the UK is being okay. No, never mind. Vruden says, good morning, pilots. G'day, Vruden. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Okay. Now, I need to remember how to start the Trinidad. Which shouldn't be that difficult, right? Can I get rid? Thank you. I was gonna say, can I get rid of? I'll try for a third time. Can I get rid of the yoke? Is what I've been trying to say. So, obviously I know what I need to do over there. I just need to make sure that I have all the buttons sorted that I need to. So, battery, alternator, fuel pump. We'll throw on the pitot heat. Oh, this has got a prop de-ice. Cool. Whoop, wrong. I'm going to want to put the propeller in. I'm going to want to put the mixture all the way up. That's rudder-related stuff. Fuel selector. Yep. Everything seems to be at a position where I can now turn the key. Oh, avionics master. Right, of course. I knew there was something I was missing. Now, okay, that wasn't very good. What went wrong? What have I done wrong? Yep, fuel pump is on. Fuel is selected to the right tank. What have I done wrong? I have the battery on, I have the alternator on, I have the avionics master on, I have the fuel pump on, I have the mixture and the propeller throttle. Might have to give it some jandle at this height. Yes, of course, I forgot about that. So we're just going to give it full power, because, I mean, go hard or go home. I forgot about the fact that we're at significant altitude here. Okay. I don't think I've missed anything, have I? Try fuel switch. Yeah, no, fuel pump's on. There is no... Yeah, no, everything... Oh, I see. I might be reading the fuel selector switch wrong. Okay. So even though most common people would think that the longer, pointier end is where it's actually... Turns out that this end might be the one that I need to be reading, which makes no sense whatsoever, but sure. Okay, the fuel pump is definitely on now, and the fuel is definitely selected. So we'll try it on that one. Nope. Still not. Oh god, the parking brake's not on. What the? Okay, we have action now thanks to William saying I just have to hold the start key for longer. Thanks, Will. Much appreciated, mate. Now, I didn't take the parking brake off, so I don't know how the parking brake turned off. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not sure. But I'm glad I managed to get a handle on it. Alright, so bring the throttle back to idle. And then I want to set my barrow, and then I want to get the mixture sorted. To some sort of normality. Then I want to check. You need to get down. Okay. Then I want to hit CDI to GPS. And I want to set my altitude to... highest point before Canyon Run is 14.5. So... I want to go to about 15,000 feet until we get to Colca Canyon. I know the aircraft's continuously throwing up alerts to me because it's probably like... Currently you are actually below the altitude. I'm also going to leave the fuel pump running just for the takeoff and taxi, because obviously we are at extremely high altitude. Can't get the view the way I'm so used to the DA40, I can't get the view to go the way I like it to. The weather is not the best for running a canyon. Hope it clears. I honestly haven't had that much of a look yet. Yeah, it's a little bit shit, isn't it? Alright, so we're obviously taking off from where Ornate is sitting on the runway, because, I mean, real world pilot knows what he's doing, etc. So, lights. Did that actually turn the lights on? Yes, it did. Okay, that didn't bring the flaps down, though, which is... So there we go. Now we'll bring the flaps down that way. Cool. Alright. So, let's put the track IR on. Especially with this new weird feature that the camera does. I would love to have the ability to just turn my head. Especially with this aircraft that doesn't have the world's greatest views. So... let's take the park brake off. Give it some throttle. It's incredibly quiet compared to the DA40. And also, g'day to Mr. Stu. How you going, mate? Welcome to the stream and welcome to the Trinidad, which is just getting a surprise test run. I will be going back to the DA40, obviously, until we get... to leg 101, where I am going to then enact the Trinidad on a regular basis. Just going to go through Wes, obviously with permission from... So So as you can see, it's a very, very nice interior in this aircraft.
Let's go back, let's start again, to a place a long time ago when I kissed your lips. I can see the fire that we made just to save us when we try to make up for never letting go. Said the things we promised not to say, that we break up just to start all over, even though we know this is the hard way back. We can be heartache together. This is the hard way back.
Where the hell do we get on this runway? A bit further. Okay, cool. I think I can see it now. Loops around to the left. Cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Black Emo, and thanks to everyone who in their help in getting this aircraft started. I mean, the front visibility is not great, but the side visibility is absolutely fantastic. The interior of this reminds me a lot, actually of like a 90s luxury car. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna quite enjoy flying this for 100 legs or so, I'd say.
We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I...
Whilst we're also at it, if you could let me know, I mean, I'm assuming because nobody's said anything yet that everything's all good, but sim sounds, my voice, background music, all that stuff, how are we sounding? So today's flight is going to be flown at probably the higher end of the cruise speed of the Trinidad as well. So that's about 160, 170 knots indicated. So significantly quicker than the DA40. I'm not saying that you guys need to rush. As I said, I just, you know, needed to balance things, and I figured this was the best way.
Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's
Alright, so let's get her up in the air. Bring it up, let it stabilize, and forward on the throttles. Gear up.
I always knew we could do so many great things, so believe in me. I believe.
Wonderful aircraft. So simple to fly once you get past the fact that you need to turn the key a little bit further. So we're going to get, just because it's a new aircraft and getting the autopilot and all that working, you know, it might take a little bit of, I mean, I don't think it will, but just in case, I'm going to make sure that I'm at about 10,000 feet before I go playing with the autopilot or whatever. I'll hand fly it up until that point, just for safety. I don't want to let go of the stick and go to turn the autopilot on and have it plummet into the ground, you know. At least if I've got a couple of thousand feet behind me, I can regain control and solve the issue. But it's so incredibly quiet inside this aircraft. Not that the DA40 is loud, but it's definitely louder than this. Alright, so we've got a good bit of speed behind us, so we're now going to bring the flaps up, which is going to cause us to lose a little bit of altitude, but then we'll regain that in speed, and now that that's all under control. Oh yeah, I'm thinking, why is my thing still moving around? But that's because track IR is still turned on. So, nav, altitude, autopilot, and whoop. No, 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 don't you dare do that to me. Come on. That's better, that's what we want to do. So we'll go up, we'll try to go up at about 600 feet per minute. Nav. Sorry guys, I will come back to the chat in a sec. I just want to make sure that I've got everything under control here with this aircraft. Alright, so I'm going to pull the prop out a little bit, pull the mixture out a little bit, pull the throttle out a little bit. Just make sure that that doesn't screw with us too much before I go changing out of the interior view. Can also turn the fuel pump off now. Down. Might just reduce our VS a little bit down to 400 feet per minute. And I think everything looks dunky-hoary. I can open doors mid-flight in this too. You know what, Wes? I might be able to do that, but it's not very realistic, so I'm probably not going to do that. So everything looks great. It's a good opportunity for me to actually iron out any potential issues that I may have with this aircraft on this flight. So far, so good. It's incredibly quiet. Yes, Wes, I know. You break the physics. Gonna obviously keep popping into the interior just to make sure that my speed is all good, which it is. So this aircraft cruises, the top cruising speed is about 150, 155 knots indicated. So that would be at the altitudes that we're going up to, probably like 180 knots across the ground. But you see, Wes, I'm not even surprised that you're now butter landing the DC-6 because you've now flown it so much that you're starting to become really familiar with it. It's the same with Forza Horizon 5. You know, what is it? 2 weeks ago, I was beating you driving X-Class vehicles in S1 cars by a distance of, you know, more than 10% on the marathon. And now, you've now beaten me in 2 races. The point I'm trying to, or the thing I'm trying to use to say to back up there is, you're becoming familiar and you're learning these things and you're becoming comfortable around them. I'm probably going to screw the landing in this Trinidad because it's just not an aircraft that I fly. I mean, I've flown it once with Garmin. Black Evo says he took the Mooney thinking it's fast, but it struggles to climb high. Should have stuck to the Widgeon. That's interesting information, actually, there, Black Evo, because the Mooney is an aircraft I would like to take at a latter point because it's so quick. I know it's not. Well, now I know it doesn't go very high, but I'm thinking of using it in the Pacific Islands or offering it as an option for whoever gets the opportunity to pick that based on whoever wins that giveaway at that particular moment in time. I'm definitely, you know, going to be throwing the Mooney up there as one of the options. Simply because in the Pacific Islands, you don't need high altitude. You only need 10,000 feet. But you want to be going at 10,000 feet at 200 and something knots across the ground kind of thing. Make sure everything is all good here. So we might need to just reduce our climb rate slightly, bring the mixture out ever so slightly more. Maybe I can get away with dropping the mixture slightly further again. Yep, that looks alright. So we're at about 13,500 feet. Yes, but you see, what you've said there, you've answered your own question there, Wes. You said you climbed at 800 feet per minute, but flat strap. I'm doing what a pilot would do, which is playing with the prop and the mixture and the throttle and all that stuff. Because I have to pay the fuel bill, you know, like... There goes Vruden in his FA-18. You just charge your fuel bill to Black Evo. I see. I'm glad you okayed this with Black Evo. Either that or you didn't, and this is the first time he's hearing about it, and he's probably going to get this massive fuel bill for all the DC-6 flights. So Garland says, 15,000 feet is not going to get over the peak just before the canyon. I'm going to hand fly around and drop into it. That's a good idea, Garland. I might do the same thing. In fact, I will probably do the same thing. Everything's looking absolutely fantastic. I expected to have more issues flying this thing. I really did. Trying to work my way through it and all, but it's just awesome. It's smooth, it's quiet, it looks comfortable. About the only downside, it has two downsides. A, its range isn't fantastic, but that's not necessarily a problem with our next 100 flights, because we're literally going to be in Central America and the US. And its front visibility is not good. You won't be able to climb back out of... Is it really that bad, Black Evo, at climbing? Change my tank? Let me check my fuel gauge before I go changing my tank. I'm assuming it's got one. Right? Yeah, but I mean, I'm the same, Black Evo. Oh, there we go. Okay, so okay, cool. Yeah, I don't need to change my fuel tank yet. God, that's... I've barely used any. Oh, you're struggling to maintain 100 knots, and I'm assuming you're giving it the beans. Okay, that's interesting. Fair enough. As I said, it's good to know that it's not an aircraft that I should be adding to the options list if I know in the next 100 legs there's going to be a large number of mountainous terrain flights. You know what? I might actually go up to the altitude for the flight, which I think is 17,000 is the MSA, and then I'll just drop into the canyon, and then I can go the full beans to get out of the canyon if I need to. The other really, really cool thing about this Trinidad is its stall speed, despite its size and its power, is 60 knots without flaps, which is mind-bogglingly slow for something like this. So it's full beans, it's a sub 10,000 foot aircraft. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you see, that's nuts when I read that, Sammy, because as I said, I'm literally just like, I mean, you can tell by the sound that's emanating from this aircraft, I ain't pushing it in any way, shape, or form. You want to bring that down for me there, aircraft? That seems incredibly nose up all of a sudden. Looks like I'm going to clear it. Just. Yeah, I'm finding that out very quickly here, Black Evo, that it definitely has some serious balls. Yep, turbocharged. It is a turboprop aircraft. I love the sound in the morning of FA-18s. Really, the Mooney is not turbo. And yet it's so fast in a straight line at low altitude. Fair enough. So, Mr. Pigeon, at Katos, down into Colca Canyon, is that right? Have to turn right before Katos. Okay. So basically what you're saying is in a moment I'm going to need to take manual control of this aircraft and then send it through the canyon. Not a problem. All good. Oh yeah, I can see the turn in. Yeah. Cool. Not a problem at all. Just to give myself a little bit more zing, I'm going to put a little bit more mixture in. I'm going to run the prop at full in the canyon. And I'm going to just deal with it on the power. Take the autopilot off. Bring the power out, nose down, turn in. What plane is that, says Beluga? This is the Trinidad TB21GT. It is the aircraft that Drew has selected as the next aircraft to be the little plane that could. However, I figured I'd have a bit of a play around in it at an earlier stream. Hopefully can get below this cloud layer so we can get a good view. Hey, that's looking pretty good. Oh, this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Wes cooked the engine. I'm not even surprised by that. Black Evo, I feel as if you might need to come back and do this in VR. Because this is quite something. Say I hear the imminent approaching sound of an FA-18, but no, it's Icarus just down in the valley. Oh yeah, enjoy the aircraft twerking for us to the music as we go down into the canyon. Wes has engine damage on and didn't turn it off. I feel like that's a bit of a personal issue there, Wes. Alright, we'll give it a little bit of jandle and stabilize it here in the canyon. This is nuts. Thank you so much for this calling pigeon. This is so good. Mr. Distorted Dinosaur, if you type in ! specs, you should, I'll cross my fingers, but you should get specs from the chatbot. Should. There we go. Not a problem at all, mate. Hope you are doing well and welcome to the stream. Pleasure to have you here. I must ask though, what sort of distorted dinosaur are you? T-Rex? Triceratops? I can't really tell, unfortunately, from this far away on your photo. I'm sure if I brought it up, I'd be able to answer my own question. You're a T-Rex. Okay. I am so gonna come down in this valley in the FA18 or Tomcat or something and just buzz it. Yeah, so Blackadder, that's hopefully an aircraft that I'll get to get into for 100 flights at some stage. It's currently the only Carenado aircraft that I have in the sim. I own the Mooney, it is not currently installed. Shane did not like it. What? It's a turbo Cessna. How can you not like a turbo Cessna? Oh, it didn't respond the way... Okay. But I mean, he probably flew it when it was newly released as well, I'd say. Far out. Vruden's got some balls going upside down through the canyon. Right, this is going to really test the abilities of the Trinidad here right now. Yeah, Blackadder, I am loving this. I cannot wait. As much as I love the DA40, I cannot wait to get out and give this thing some real flying time. Hey! Oliver, mate, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well there. Yeah, it's amazing short round. This is so cool. And I'm so glad that I did decide to take the Trinidad on this flight because it's such a maneuverable aircraft. I can quite happily fly it through the canyon here and not sort of feel like I'm going to crash. Been busy with exams. Yeah, nah, mate, that... I do not envy you in the slightest. But I am glad to hear that you are doing well as well, Oliver. Hope other than exams that life is being kind to you. Well, as kind as it can possibly be anyway. Yeah, MSFS. Oh, actually, good question, Garland. I think it is, but don't hold that. Don't hold me to it. Did I check out the Steam sale for autumn? I did actually, Oliver, and I have quite a few games sitting in my cart right now, ready to go on Monday morning, which is payday. That did take a long time, Black Evo, but I'm glad you made it up there. And it also means, I guess, you know, the positive you can take out of this one, Black Evo, is that because you took the Mooney Bravo and you weren't able to go down into the canyon, now you get to fly it in VR in a fast jet or something. So currently in my cart I have House Flipper, City Skylines, something else as well, I can't remember. I'll go have a look in a moment once I turn the autopilot back on. It's not even a case of thinking about getting them, Blackadder. I'm going to get them. It's just a case of waiting for payday. That's all. And these games, I don't know whether or not I'm actually going to use them on the channel. I might at some point, but that's not specifically the reason I'm interested in getting them. I mean, there's always an underlying... When I buy a game now, there is always an underlying... Can I stream that? Can I make content with that? Can I make videos? Will it be interesting? But... there's also an element of... I can also just play that and enjoy it. Yeah, so I'm a big fan. Like, I quite like watching City Skylines videos on YouTube, Blackadder, like as some background stuff. You know, like Biffa plays indie games and all those blokes. What's his name? The Spiffing Brit. Oliver says, I would love to see more videos. I don't actually have, at this point, unfortunately, Oliver, I don't have any more time to put out videos and streams than what I'm already doing. I mean, 5 days a week, I'm doing at least one video and one stream from this week. And working 30 hours a week. I still need to be able to have, you know, a day and a half, 2 days off from everything per week. So I would, Oliver, don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to also do City Skylines and House Flipper and, you know, all the other things that I've got sitting around. You know, I've got Need for Speed Heat, I've got The Crew 2, Hot Pursuit Remastered. I'd love to do something with the old Need for Speed Undergrounds, but there's actually not enough time in the day to include all of that stuff at this point. That is simply because not only do I obviously have to record, I then need to edit my videos. Who knows what the future might hold? I may be able to pay somebody to edit my videos in the future, and that will open up so much more, because all I'll then need to do is record. But yeah, Oliver, one day I would love to be able to be putting out 2 or 3 videos a day and streaming 4 or 5 times a week. But obviously to achieve that, I need to be able to pay somebody to edit videos for me.
Captured you in a foggy cloud, baby. Standing on my toes on the edge.
That was an absolutely fantastic flight plan addition by taking us down into the Colca Canyon, Mr. Pigeon. Thank you very much. So cool. And I mean, I can't say it enough, but the work that Calling Pigeon does behind the scenes, with me, consulting with me, finding things out, editing things, changing things, suggesting things, he's phenomenal. He's been absolutely phenomenal in every way, shape and form, and again, has completely outdone himself with, you know, sort of adding little bits and pieces to a flight plan and sort of going, we should do this and that, and I mean, look at the result. And this is just the kind of stuff that I don't have time to do. So it makes me even more thankful to him that he's able to fit that sort of stuff into his day and assist the channel. And I know I say it every stream, and I know I say it many, many times, and he's probably like, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. But like, yeah, it's... Black Evo, now that you're up at 17,500 feet, is your performance sort of back to normal, where you expected the Mooney Bravo to be, or is it still really shit? Vruden, that would have been something else, doing that canyon in F18 in VR at the speed that you were doing it in as well. But I'm sure it made your brain tired in a good way. I'm only just going to clear this. Okay, so yeah, okay, I'll definitely make sure that I don't do the Mooney until we're out of South America and North America, basically, because otherwise I feel like I'm gonna potentially screw myself. What is the MSA again? That's really bad that I can't remember the MSA for the flight. Can't remember if it's 17 or 17.5. 17, okay. Okay, so Black Evo says 17.5 and the flight plan says 17. So either I'm going to clear everything or I'm going to run into something by 500 feet. So... yeah, very true, Black Evo, though, that I didn't take the Mooney on the whole trip. So shout out to the DA40 for being able to go well beyond its service ceiling. And it's... there's a flight that we have coming up. Lima to Chagual, or Trujillo. In about... I think it's sometime next week. The MSA on that flight, I believe, is 22,000 feet. Which will be the highest I will ever take the DA40 if I even manage to get it up there. Yeah, so I've had the DA40 at about 20 and a half or 21. It was something around that when we crossed over the Andes between Santiago and Mendoza. It did not like it at all. The fact that I'm going to need to potentially go another 1,500, 2,000 feet beyond what that flight was, it's mildly concerning. Yeah, well, that's the other option, I guess, Garwin, is if it really doesn't want to go any higher, yeah, obviously I'll just hand fly, navigate through the canyons. Don't really have another option, so... or borrow a TBM for the flight. Worst case scenario, Garwin, I'll just take the Trinidad again if I need to. Because the service ceiling on this thing is 25,000 feet, so we good. There we go. Just get her putting along, sipping away on the fuel. Speaking of which, I should check my fuel level. Time to swap tanks, I think. I just realized I should have turned the fuel pump on before I go swapping fuel tanks. Yeah, that's fair, Garwin. The Long EZ, though, has got the performance behind it to basically get itself out of any situation. So where is my plane going? Seems like it doesn't want to follow the magenta line. So what is... We're on 15 degrees of heading, so I might just use heading mode. No. There we go, that's a little better. I'll just keep playing with the heading mode then. I think it might be because I missed a waypoint. Because we had to cut in before Katos to get into the canyon. So I just don't think the GPS liked that, that's all. But that's fine, you know, as I did, just switch over to heading mode, not a problem. So many jets in the sky. Yeah, there's a lot of FA-18s if that's what you're getting at. Going. Oh, is there a Hawk and F-14s as well, is there? There you go. Oh yeah, Stu's over in the Hawk. Jeez, I wish these Trinidads were a little bit more affordable in real life. Because I'd own one. I just don't have a spare $350,000 to buy an aircraft, so... Yeah, so Black Evo, that's part of the reason why I want to put the Mooney as one of the options as we get closer to the Pacific Islands and the island hopping side of things. Its range is like 1,500 nautical miles. There you go. And obviously I can fly at a lower altitude as well out there, so we can really cover some distance. That or the Cessna 182T, I think, well, at least they're two of the aircraft that I'm definitely going to offer up in the giveaway when that time comes around, simply because of their performance to range factor. Yeah, so you're not wrong, Garwin. If it wasn't for the parking fees and the cost per hour, I could probably afford to run an aircraft. No, I'm just going for normal City Skylines Blackadder because I haven't actually had to play around with it, and if I'm going to stream or make videos out of it in the future, I need to understand it better first. So I figure start small, and if I enjoy it, get some DLC, play with that DLC. If I'm still enjoying it, then I'll start treating it like Truck Sim, and just every time the DLC is on sale, just buying a whole bundle of it. And then once I have all of the add-ons and the DLC for it, if I'm still enjoying it, if I seem to be being semi-successful at it, then I'll look into streaming it. Skylines, R32, R33 or R34, R31. Not a problem at all, Derek. Glad to hear that you did enjoy. And look after yourself, mate, with whatever it is you need to go and do. Probably, what's today? It's probably Friday for you, isn't it? So you probably need to do something work-related or whatever. Anyway, either way, all good, mate. Have a good rest of the day, evening, 2 days, week, whatever, whenever I see you next. You get to do a run-in drive for a 750 horsepower R31. Screw you. Catch you later as well, Vruden. Thank you very much for coming along, mate. Glad you enjoyed. Look after yourself, good sir. And same to you, Oliver, as well, mate. Catch you later. Look after yourself, mate. Stay safe, etc. Try not to work too hard with any more upcoming exams there as well, mate. Josh says, good morning, did you start late? Yes, did, Josh. I didn't get home from work until about 5 minutes before midnight my time. Dropping to the leg safe of 16,500 to help out the poor Mooney. That is absolutely fair enough. So this GTR or this R31 that you're talking about, Black Evo, is it yours? It's not yours? Aww. Ah, mates, when you lived in Sydney. I see. Ah, he was a drifter. It's interesting that you say that, Black Evo, because, like, I know it's not the same in any way, shape, or form, but I was actually considering, after last night's Forza stream, I'm like, you know what I should build? An R31 drift car, seeing as the R31's in Horizon 5. Wow, the runway at the destination is 10,860 feet. Okay, so... you should try and recreate it in Horizon as a drift car. I won the 240 SX SE in a wheel spin yesterday, and I'm just like, as soon as I won that, I'm like, Adam LZ's Drift 240 then, because I mean, why wouldn't you? Sorry, I'm just really enjoying this music, and it's helping to keep my brain ticking and enjoying the chat and all that, so don't worry about me just vibing out here on... flight plan has some extra legs in it. Looks like part of the... What? I didn't, although I didn't... Okay. I don't know. Maybe it does. As I said, I didn't really follow the flight plan because A, I hand flew it through the canyon, and then I've been using heading mode when I realized that it wouldn't follow the flight plan, so... I need some more upbeat, vibey music than this. Yeah, that's not an ideal situation at all there, Black Evo. The Gridmore of 22-1 in the Mooney. Yeah, don't think that's going to happen at all. You might need to take the autopilot off if things get a bit hairy. There we go. The Kodiak 100 from Simworks Studios will be released on December 17. You'll do some of that pilot shit if you need to. I bloody hope so. The color here is just... It's almost the same color red as the red here on the Trinidad. It's pretty specky. Pretty specky. Bloody hell, I must say, for like the last 5 minutes, it just feels like Black Evo and I just chatting about cars and all sorts of things. You know, everybody else, I don't bite, I promise. You can chat in the chat. Not that I mind chatting to Black Evo, but just saying. Oh, Bear is here. And he's in the F-22? I didn't even know that was a thing, but g'day, Bearer, mate. Welcome to the stream. Might do some Forza after this. Yeah, you need to unlock that drift track. I don't think I will. Just because pretty tired. I mean, I might be able to, you know, put together like half an hour or, but who am I to kid? If I load up Forza, there is no way I'm only playing for half an hour. Let's be honest. F22 is free. Good mod just for bumming around. I see. I might need to get the F22 then. Hope you are doing well there, Vera. Yeah, so as in like rankings wise with your accolades, is that what you're talking about, Garwin? The only hope I ever have of getting into the top 8,000s in something in Forza is drifting. Oh, no, I'll be honest, like, Black, I wouldn't be loading up Forza because you're loading up Forza. I would be loading up Forza because I want to keep practicing my drifting. That's all. And build drift cars. Oh, Garwin, only been running the same race over and over in online convoys. I do every event in solo. Oh, it's extremely addictive, Black Evo. It's extremely addictive. I don't know why either. Because, like, it's not that significantly different to previous Forza Horizons. I think it's just a combination of all the additional things they've added over 4, and they've made it feel a lot like what 3 was, which in my personal opinion is probably the best Forza Horizon game there was prior to 5, and I think that's just why it's so addictive and everybody seems to really enjoy it again. Yeah, I think you're right there, Garwin, because you can do a bit of everything. You can, you know, Baja, rally, serious off-road, you know, circuit racing, sprint racing, street racing, fucking PR stunts, jumps, speed like it's just got so much. Never played 3, feel like you missed out. Had you have not played 5, I would have said yes. However, what Garwin said, pick up 3 and go back and play it. Yeah, 3 was the Aussie one. And I don't know if you but the other really good Forza Horizon was the original Forza Horizon. Which was the France, Italy, and Switzerland? But if you get the opportunity to have if you haven't played with that one, go and have a play of that as well. It was, for its time, it was like, whoa! To have such an open world racing style game was, you know, where the cars were the main focus and not like a storyline or something. Yeah, so Garwin, I was hoping Japan or somewhere else. Where else was I hoping they would do it? Japan or Scandinavia was my two hopes for the next Forza Horizon. But that's also I'm partially biased there because I'm a huge fan of the Scandinavian cars, Volvos and Saabs, especially the old school ones. I find them incredibly awesome because, you know, the Swedish were always trying to be different in the way they designed the exteriors of cars and all that. Yeah, Japan would be fantastic though, like, yeah. If Forza Horizon goes to Japan though, I demand key cars and key trucks. Mainly I just want it because I want to take a key car and put like a 2-litre 4-banger with a turbo in it. Just, you know, to have a 500 kilo car that's just got a ridiculous engine in it. Or to, you know, put like a motorcycle engine in. Like, you know, a 900cc Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle engine and strap a turbo to that and see what happens, you know. I'd like to see bikes included in Forza Horizon in the future. Hayabusa swap your Miata. In real life, I'm assuming, seeing as you have a Miata. Yeah, no, sorry, you are right, Black Eva. You're not being a nitpicker at all. You're picking me up being lazy on my pronunciation. I do actually know that it's a K car. You're a JDM fanboy. I'm not exactly sure what I am. I just like cars. I think I'm a bit of a fast wagon kind of man. I just really like a fast wagon. Wes is a hot hatch boy. It's interesting, Black Evo, because if I was to ever own a drift car, I would buy like a mid-90s Falcon. Just drop it on its ass, weld the diff, and skid it. There's a whole, like, Australian drift scene that is literally taking old 90s Falcons, EDs, EFs, ELs, AUs, etc. And literally turning them into drift cars. In fact, there's a couple of workshops now that will literally, if you call them or contact them and place a deposit, they will source, modify and deliver a Falcon or Commodore drift car to you for about $7,000 or something. I think they charge. I like couches on wheels as well, Garwin. $2.08 for petrol. That's highway robbery, is what that is. If I saw petrol for $2.08, I'd just be like, you know what? I don't need to drive anywhere for the next week. Just get out my push bike and just ride around. Well then, if I was driving home and it needed it, I'd just be like, you know what, that looks like a fantastic parking spot for the next week, and just live out of my car for a week. It's going to be cheaper than trying to put $2.08 of petrol in. I'm not looking forward to that, Black Evo, because I run 98 in the Optima GT, and I don't really want to be paying $2. $8 miles to the gallon going. Oh, so it's very fuel efficient then. No, it doesn't have to drink 98 Black Evo, but it will take E10. I wouldn't fucking put E10 in it, but I just always like to run my turbocharged cars on 98. I mean, Garwin, your Miata is not a modern Miata, is it? It's one of the old school Miatas. I guess it kind of makes sense that it runs better on the cheap stuff. The Evo has to have 98. I can sort of understand why the Evo would have to have 98. It is literally a car that is marketed at car enthusiasts. Whereas, even though it should be, the Optima GT is not necessarily marketed at the car enthusiasts, which I find absolutely mind-boggling, seeing as it's got the same underpinnings as the Hyundai Elantra N. Oh yeah, first month of production, yeah, very low VIN there, going. So the airport's somewhere down in that valley over there. Sorry, I might be a little bit quiet here on landing, just because the brain is going to be using every single little bit of energy that it has left to try and focus on landing an aircraft that I've only ever landed once in tandem with Garmy Wombat. So Bear.
Oh my god, leave it, leave it, leave it! Just fucking leave it!
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Thank you for the confidence boost there, Black Evo.
Oh baby, why can't you see that I can't just see that I'm dancing next to you? I'll be trying to get to you. If you only could see me too. now. Your body next to mine, and I won't waste your time. I need to make it happen, baby, with you. Oh baby, why can't you see that I'm dancing next to you? A minute until midnight, I'm just wondering where you at. Just thought I'd call and wish you good night. I left my key under the mat. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This feeling like I wanna sit what we had. Won't you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got.
A little bit floaty, but I'll take it.
Keep dancing in the
What an awesome plane this is. It's so good.
up my sins. Always smarter when in hindsight. But baby, I don't care to win. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This feeling like I wanna say what we had.
All right.
Won't you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got.
Right, so we still have, hang on. We have Garwin, we have Bira, we have Black Evo, and we have Mr. Cheddar Bob still to land. So for once in my life, I'm not the last one to land.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights.
Yeah, I got there before a lot this time. That's exactly right,
Me, baby,
Fozzie. I'm not quite used to this. And it's not like the plane's only about 25-30 knots ground speed quicker, but it's amazing what that 25-30 knots ground speed makes up.
You know what Daddy likes.
That was creepy. Whilst we wait, just have a quick look around Cuzco. Is that like solar panel thingamajiggy, possibly? Track and fields / soccer pitch there. More football / soccer pitches, more football / soccer pitch. That looks like possibly Cuzco railway station. I was going to say, Cheddar Bob's nearby, and he is. I could see his shadow on the ground, which is kind of what I was waiting to see, and whilst I was heading out that part of the airport. So, it looks like Cheddar Bob and Garwin are going to have a head-on collision on the runway, which is good. Looking good here, Chris. Looking good. Nice. Nice. Be careful there, Garwin. You look a little bit low. I know you know what you're doing, but it's just a, you know, concerned onlooker. Did you remember to put the landing gear down this time, Garwin? Nice, Garwin. Very nice. Right, better go to the other end of the runway for Black Evo. Oh! Yeah, that's actually really weird, Wes. I could see you on the ground when we were at Arequipa. And then I sort of flew through you at some point, or taxied through you, should I say, and I haven't seen you since. Maybe just swap servers quickly. Like, swap to another one and swap back is what I meant to say. Not just permanently swap servers. Nice. Nice, Evo, nice. Yeah, I can't see you, Wes. That's really weird. Oh, I've gotcha! You just popped up. Oh yeah, go on. I keep forgetting about the fact that the Long Easy doesn't have flaps. Yeah. That makes more sense. Looks like we're going to have an almost tandem landing here from a Trinidad and an F-22. No, looks like Beer is going to be first in. He's going to dive to the runway. I really need to get the F-22, seeing as it's freeware. That'll be cool. Means I can see other people in their F-22. Although, as I've said before, I've got the Hawk and the P-38. But whenever anybody flies those, I never seem to be able to see them. So... Looking good here, Wes. Looking very good. A little bit low, but everything's under control. The nose is not pitching around. You're not pitching around from left to right. The descent is continuous.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me.
Pretty sure you're allergic to the center line though, Wes.
Decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give
Now,
me
short round, are you coming in for a landing there, mate?
Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more. You leave me hanging, begging for more. Think that I'm addicted.
Looks like you are cool.
Can't resist to be a little risky and go for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're keeping me wondering. You know I'd do anything to be close again. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.
Oh, he appears to have possibly hit the ground.
Here we go again, staying up all night to see if you've been texting me. Where do we go from here? I wanna go all in. So give me a sign. Give me a sign. I just wanna let you know I could go further, no more tricks. We could take things slow.
Yeah, he's picking up a coffee on the way and exactly going. Forgot to turn your speed brake off. Oh well. It's only on the internet for all to see now. Short round. All good though, mate. Drop the link to the F22 in the Discord. Thank you very much there, Black. Much appreciated. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, thank you so much for your patience this evening and then sticking around and having such a good stream. The scenery was phenomenal. The canyon was phenomenal. Big shout out to Mr. Pigeon for managing to, you know, take the flight plan that I did and just sort of make it so much more, you know, with adding in the little waypoints that allow us to fly through canyons and all that is greatly appreciated. I'll say it again, the effort you do behind the scenes, Mr. Pigeon, it certainly doesn't go unnoticed. But I hope everyone did enjoy that flight as much as I did. I'm glad that I decided to stick with it and go for it. I'll be honest with you, when I came home from work and saw that there was about 14 or 15 of you waiting for the stream, it was at that point that I became motivated to stream. It wasn't, you know, I still needed to eat and shower and all that, but that was the real motivation, seeing, you know, the fact that despite the fact that it was nearly an hour after I was meant to start streaming, the fact that all of you were still there, I was like, right. Now I'm ready to stream. So, cheers to all of you for that as well. Much appreciated. But, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, welcome to Cuzco. Wherever you are in the world, you stay safe, you stay well, look after yourselves, all those things. Don't do anyone I wouldn't do, and I will see you all in the next stream. Cheers.
You know what I like to do to her? Something I call a dirty fuzzy.
Josh, I just followed your advice, turn off weather and look at the scenery real fast. Holy shit.
Would you stay till the